A spillage all over the floor.
Go no further. We are at ritual. Do not disturb us. Enter then. Keep respect.
Blood to blood,
Blood to blood, earth to earth,
to
wood to wood.
The three battle-weary elven warriors make ritual over the body of a fallen comrade. They're chanting low and fierce. The pain of their loss is manifest in every word.
blood to earth, to wood, to birth. The blood of Sarius to this earth.
The tallest, strongest elf, whom you take to be the leader, acknowledges your presence with the tiniest tilt of her head, then turns back to the task in hand. She places the tip of a long-bladed spear on poor dead Sarius's chest bone.
Blood to earth.
Her companions reach out and grasp the spear, ready to plunge it into Sarius's heart.
Blood to earth.
Together you plunge the blade deep into Sarius's heart, then twist it 3 times as is the custom. Blood flows freely to the ground, and Sarius's heart lies neatly cut in 4.
Blood to blood.
Each warrior plucks a piece of heart and places it in their mouth. Chewing solemnly, their leader looks to you to see what you will do. Saria's memories flood you. A warrior proud and true, you fight the lone wolves at the sawmill for Sahala, your scion, and for the future of all the elves, or all that still remain. But the fight goes ill. You and Tova draw fire that your friends may flee. You die in Tova's arms. With the barest blink, Tova accepts your good wishes, then turns back to the corpse.
Sarius is a warrior, proud and true. Blood to blood, earth to earth, wood to wood, birth to birth. Sarius becomes his tree. May Sarius take root.
The elves pick Sarius's bloody corpse from the ground. Tova looks to you, then indicates for you to help. Together you send Sarius to his final resting place. His corpse rolls to a stop at the bottom of the pit. The elven leader stands and stares at her fallen comrade. Then she wipes away a tear and turns away.
Once all are well, once more we take the mill.
and kill the lone wolves all.
I see you. We are in ritual for our comrade Sarius, dead at the hand of a lone wolf. Sarius is a warrior, good and true, but he is not yet lost. May his tree take root and grow. This is no well of souls. It is but a hastily dug pit. We stand ritual in this moment more in hope than faith. I fear the future if our trees do not take root. Our lands fell beneath the mists of death, and many trees are lost. Without our trees, we too, we elves, are lost.
The tall elf stares into the pit with dry, bloodshot eyes, her face betraying no emotion.
We lose too much. We lose our homes, we lose our safety, we lose each other.
She looks into your eyes, her face set in a fierce frown.
It is enough. No more. No, but our turn. My people's turn is over. You honor us during the ritual. You honor Sarius. You help remember him. You help bury him. But we need help still, or we perish here. Not only these people here, but all of us. I wonder if you honor us once more. It is something of great importance to me and to my people. Our home forests are gone. The great trees are cut to pieces. The memories inside them nearly lost. They become nothingness unless we find our scion.
Your tree must wait. There is fighting in you yet.
She is...
Her voice catches in her throat.
She is my daughter. Her name is Sahela, and she is taken from us. That is why we come here. That is why we lose Sarius, to find her. If she is lost, if our scion is lost, all our people are lost.
Her eyes narrow, her fists clench, and her mouth tightens to a thin line.
Do you know the lone wolves? Then you know the risk. We come here to get her back, to bring her home. She is everything to me. She is everything to us. You do. You speak to her. Then you understand. You see what a gentle soul she is. You see how kind. She is not only a scion, but a precious child. She cannot be lost. You honor us. I fear it is impossible for one of my kind to enter their base. They know we are here. They expect us. She is taken by their leader, a savage man named Roost Anlon. I do not know why, but I know she must return to me. If I lose her, I cannot lose her. We plan another assault. We cannot give up. It is better for us all to die than for Sahela to be lost. I only hope perhaps you find her before then. Good luck.
I see you and I fear you not. Injured I may be, do not take me for vulnerable. I fight, I do not win, and I do not die. It is this way from the moment we left our homeland, from the moment the mists of death descend. We fight for our lives as we fight all our lives. We fight the black ring on the side of the divine, but Lucian betrays us. Lucian sends us to our deaths, and so we fight and fight again, and fight until the moment where we find our home once more. Our losses are many and painful, and so we fight that our victory may be great and joyous. I pray that once.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Guards ahead. They don't look friendly.
Company. Wonder how they made it through.
Must have had a strong will to get run through rather than blown to bits. Impressive work getting past our defences. Now turn around and see if you have the same luck going the other way. That's so. Well, she's busy at the moment. And as it turns out, so are you. Take you.
Hurts, doesn't it?
You're not trying to escape, are you?
I'll yield to none.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Please, not now. Something's wrong in the camp. Please, not now.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Did you expect a needle? You are running, running, running through a barren landscape. Brambles and weeds scratch at your ankles. Your heart is pumping acid, but you can't stop. Something catches you around the chest and you fall. The roughed ground scrapes burns into the flesh of your bare arms, your knees, your face, you as you skid to a stop. Footsteps approach. That's the Scion, a rough voice calls. Kill him. They tried to hide you. They put you in a cellar. They put you in a cave. They put you in the hills. They put you in a pit. In the end, Roost found you anyway. He tried to find your memories by drilling a hole in your skull. It didn't work, but you were finally free. You are a young elf, very young. Still, the memories of eons dance inside you. You watch them like a play behind your eyelids. You are asleep in your family home when Roost's people steal in like a plague. A hand over your mouth, a hurried journey through the forests. You won't tell Roost how to find the others. The end comes quick.
I know you come for me again. I know you do. I know I only have to wait. I am fine. I am fine when I return to my people. My people come for me. My mother, Sarias, the others. They take me away from there. But then the wolves come. Roost Anlon. He takes me and they cannot stop him. Do we return now? To the others? My people wait for me nearby. Yes, yes, thank you. I see you so clearly. I see the goodness in you. Let's go.
The surface of the mirror ripples with a sickly haze. As you gaze into its surface, the haze forms shapes, and the shapes jerk into a figure. You see the outline of a skull, perhaps once an elf, though the flesh is all but rotted from his bones. What remains is the flat, dull color of sick. Behind him march ornately clad Black Ring. The picture flickers, fades, then returns in full relief. Beneath the din of the marching soldiers, or perhaps alongside it, a voice snags in your mind, like a fishhook in an open eye. It makes a demand. Tell it if you killed another Godwoken. The image strains and flickers again. Each time it comes into focus, a dull ache squeezes your head like a vice. Tighter, tighter, unbearably tight. The image flickers and fades to a hazy sheen once more, and the pressure vanishes. There's no denying what you saw. The Black Ring itself is hunting you, or at least paying others to do so. It's impossible to tell who might be working for them. You eye your companions.
Man's best friend is his sword. His only friend to boot.
The isolated life may be safe, but it is painfully lonely. Wise or not, I trust you.
Money makes blind. I wonder how many of you can still see the light of day.
We continue. We go on.
My baby, my girl, there you are.
Mother! Honored one, we have time to speak later, but first I must speak to Sabil. Too long do I keep silent, too long do I wait, no more. I long await this moment, Sabil. Finally, we speak among tree and kin.
Sahela pats Sabil's right arm with a warm, motherly smile, but then her fingers run across the names tattooed upon her skin, and her blind eyes see it all. She pulls her hand back as if scalded, shock temporarily overpowering her.
My child, what is wrong?
These names, they're the names of the dead, of the scions of our people.
You know what it means to be on my skin. The names, they are scions.
Of course, your servants, your champions, your worshippers. Do you not remember, Sabil?
You are the prime scion.
You're like I am, only far greater. I am but a limb, a branch where once there were many. You are the heart. You are the hope for our new homeland, the promise of our future, the very reason we do not give in to despair.
You speak falsehoods. If I were a scion, I'd know it. I'd feel it with every beat of my heart.
Your heart's been dulled. You're confused. You're conflicted. And all because...
Her darkened eyes scour her body with an uncanny intensity.
All because of this.
She reaches for Sabil's cheek with a sure hand and softly traces her scar with her thumb.
Careful.
Such unspeakable horror, this thing. I see all now. I figure who you are. The one we fear. The needle in the night. The scion that is scion killer. That is who you are, is it not?
Sabil's eyes close. You can only imagine the scenes of bloody murder she sees in her very own dark.
I was forced to.
You cause much grief. Tiliana, Kuma, Silius, Mindaran, all the many others on your long, lean arm. Dead friends. They are dead because you run away. They are dead because you do not want to be the heart. Your fear is how Roost captures you. Your fear is how they scar you. The scar makes you kill scions. Without scions, all elves die. If all elves die, the fault is yours.
She grabs her brusquely, forces her face close to Sabil's.
You remember. My blind eyes make you see.
Sabil is forced to look into Sahela's murky white eyes. It looks like she's about to collapse. You can feel her drawing grateful strength from your support.
I saw it all. Me, the prime scion, destined to be the heart that pulses at the center of all ancestor trees. But the great mother tree spoke of death and domination. I hated her, fled from her, only to end in a strange land among unkind strangers. First there was Roost, then the Master.
She smiles and strokes your cheek.
Thank you.
But we understand not.
We demand you be the heart.
You are the greatest of us all. The prime scion. We need you. You must go to the nameless isle where the mother tree roots.
She is sick with fog that undid so many. She is dying. We've need of a new mother. Of you. Your advice is unwanted.
No, it is not.
Sabine is her own calm self again. Her eyes trace a bird of prey, black against blue in the sky.
The mother, the master. We'll see. It is not a decision for today.
But the nameless isle awaits. The Great Mother calls you with every breath of wind that rustles through her leaves.
Heed her call, Sabine. It rustles for you. You are a new mother to us all. The heart that beats in our every chest.
To be the heart or to be heartless? Is that it? Wouldn't count your chickens just yet.
My dearest friend, the one who saves me.
You give us everything.
Thank you for helping me. Without you, I am already dead.
You save us all. My girl is back. Our scion is back.
I know what you need, and I can help you. We can help you.
She crouches down, placing a hand on the earthen ground.
Can you hear them? Their roots stretch beneath us, even now. I will link you. You will hear them. They will feed you. Increase the source in you. Increase the power.
She leans toward you, her veiled eyes directed toward the ground. The slightest of smiles plays over her lips, then vanishes.
A space inside you clears. You have room for more source. You have room for more everything. You have room for the whispers of the trees. Hold your hand to the ground. I hold my hand over yours. We breathe together. We call the spirit of the trees to us. Close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale.
With each in-breath, the voices flutter in, whispers at first, then gentle murmurs like water over rocks. The wind of the voices enters you as you and Sahala breathe together. It travels down your throat, into your belly, around your heart. Suddenly, your blood runs icy cold, then warms again. Each breath makes you stronger. The voices fortify you, quicken your pulse, make a space in your heart where, yes, a great power can inhabit you. You exhale, and the voices, all but one, no louder than a whisper, flutter away. The space within you remains.
It is the voice of the trees, of the mother. It will remain with you now. I hear it too, beautiful and strong. Yours will grow if you let it. It will shrink if you do not. We are connected now, you and I. You and all our kind.
I give you something too. A thanks.
Take this spear. It destroys evil. It helps you. You help us more than you know. We make arrangements. We travel soon. I must meet someone who can help us. I say no more than this, but I do wish you good luck. And perhaps we meet again someday.
It feels like there's fire in my blood. I never imagined such power. Like an elven proving ground, but I've never seen one for myself.
The totem is still and silent. The totem is still and silent.
I see you. An elf by appearance is not always an elf by heart. Prove yourself. Overcome the trial, and stand as a true elf. You shall learn all that you need to know. Show patience. A true elf knows that nature is a finer weapon than even the sharpest blade. The 4 seasons have served our people well. 4 heroes rest before you. Wielders of the seasons. Pay homage to their skills. Solve their riddle, and prove yourself. If you can. Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles, the sky lit aglow. Summer burns, air fiery as a hearth. Spring quenches with bloody rebirth. I am the voice of the fire. My flame bears the will of all elves and lights the way for those who wish to prove their mettle.
The totem is still. The totem stares ahead. The totem stands The totem looms over you. Its lifeless eyes seem to follow you around.
I see you. The trial remains incomplete. Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles, the sky lit aglow. Summer burns, air fiery as a hearth. Spring quenches with bloody...
The totem is still.
I see you, but you are no elf. This place is not for you. Its trial is not for you to attempt. I see you. The trial... Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles, the sky lit aglow. Summer burns, air fiery as a hearth. Spring quenches with bloody rebirth.
These guys will shoot you through if you get too close. I'm gonna try and slip through the back way myself. I like a ribbit challenge.
What's this?
Just when I think this land holds still. At least...
Careful now, that's a trap.
The Fletcher trembles before the mass of bodies littering the camp, then looks you in the eyes.
They're dead. That means I can leave. What I do best, making bows and arrows. Roost was a fan of my work and, well, he forced me to work for him. Gods, this means I'm free. A ship. A bit of sea air could be just what I need to relax. Decide what comes next.
He reaches for your hand and shakes it, his eyes smiling.
It's a deal. Must be moored off the Driftwood Harbor, right? I'll meet you. Thank you.
Careful, I spotted a trap. I've spotted something.
Move along, stranger. Not much to see here, but a bunch of sad saps with full carts and empty pockets. That's what it looks like. We're on our way to Arx to set up shop for Lucian's Day, but there's no hope of that now. Whatever's going on in Paradise Downs has good and blocked the path. And unless you want to get a mouthful of death fog or get carried off by a void woken, there's no other way in. Only hopes that Alexander and the D.O. will blow through here and sort this mess out. Well, of course he did. Of course he did. Let me guess. The sun's burnt out and the gods are dead too. Sure.
The great creature gives you a disinterested look.
Yeah. For all the good it's done me. Still, can't complain. Leastways I could complain, but no one would listen.
The beast chews thoughtfully.
Nah, no point moaning. You take what you get and you don't get upset. Am I right? I am right. Still, thanks and all.
It turns away, disinterested once.
What I wouldn't give to get a move on.
Aye, if any of that death fog gets in your lungs, you're done for. Move along. Despite what they say, misery don't love company.
Should have sailed from Driftwood, like I told you.
Sure, if we want to get eaten by a bleeding void woken.
And you think that won't happen here? We like sitting ducks.
True enough. That giant lizard was like a great fucking shot.
The Red Prince stands stunned when he sees the woman you were about to address.
It is she. The woman I've dreamt of since birth. The secret of my soul, my sweet lady, it is an honor.
He approaches her, goes down on one knee, and courteously kisses her hand.
You do not disappoint, my prince. You're every bit the gentleman they said you'd be. How very pleasurable, is it not, to finally meet in the flesh? For it is very much in the flesh that we must meet, after all. Become one. Oh, Father, Life Shaper. That is what the goddess called you. How good of you, dear prince, that you have come to shape life in me.
He stands up and scrapes his throat, but before he can say anything, she silences him by sliding her hand in his. She looks at you for the first time with a look of understated condescension that could rival the Red Prince's own.
I am Sada, Princess of the House of Law, and you interrupt the destined union between the Red Prince and the Red Princess.
Softly, she moves her body against his, puts her arms around his neck, her mouth hot against his ear.
Let's forget for a moment all the forces that drove us here, shall we, my prince? Let us think of nothing but ourselves, one amid a nest of satin. You and I, we know each other like only true lovers do. So at long last, let us become lovers.
By my empire, yes. At long last, we shall become lover. Quite. Why don't you, enjoy a nice stroll? A nice, long stroll, while the lady and I enjoy a more private moment.
Sada smiles at him so endearingly, it almost melts your heart.
Come, my prince. Let's retire to that satin nest of mine. Follow me.
Sada and the Red Prince enter the wagon, close the door behind them. Nothing for it but to wait until they re-emerge. A sound reaches you from the wagon, some kind of moan. You find a nice spot in the shade and close your eyes. When you wake from your nap, you see Sada and the Red Prince exiting the wagon, hand in hand. As Sada and the Red Prince walk down the wagon steps, you suddenly witness a group of lizards appearing as if out of nowhere. Their commander is a vile-looking lizard, his face the very definition of mischief. Chuckling, he addresses the couple.
Well, 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 look who's coming up for air. Mighty powerful noises I heard coming from that there carriage. Teensy bit jealous I am.
Silence. You will bow before us and explain this intrusion, or by the seven I will cut you down where you stand.
My, oh my, you didn't tell Loverboy anything, did you, Dollface? Naughty, naughty. You've been played for a fool, little prince. She's sworn to another. That's right. Your boo is betrothed to a very different kind of king. All she needed from you was a dollop of prophecy juice. I dare say she got it.
You utter villain!
Oh, well spoken. Advice I will duly follow.
The Red Prince gently cups Sada's face in his hands.
Sada, my sweet, our meeting has been shrouded in mystery, but know that I'll do right by you. Know that I love you.
And I love you. Together we will brave it all, even the king.
Oh, ain't that as sweet as a bowl full of peaches? Hate to be that guy, but I gotta break up the party now. Time for you and your belly full of litter to crawl back to the king, darling. Gonna get me some private time with Prince Charming myself.
He grins widely, revealing rows of blackened teeth.
I've always had a soft spot for red meat.
Curse these fiends! Satyr, where have you gone?
The Red Prince fondles a satin handkerchief, his face a scowl, his eyes two ember spectres.
She gave me this handkerchief. Something to remember her by. Who would have thought so soon would come our parting? The longing of a lifetime squeezed into a few short hours of perfection. Only to end with blood and bereavement. I will, won't I? Thank you.
He hugs you back. The embrace lasts and keeps lasting. When you finally pull away, you can tell he's somewhat embarrassed, but he smiles at you warmly nonetheless.
Well, we've become very good friends, haven't we? Yes. Very good friends.
To get a move on.
Right. If any of that death fog gets in your lungs, you're done for.
I'm getting paid. Ain't stuck anywhere. Keep your hands off the merchandise, or you'll be hearing from me.
Bad people. Black shop to them. True enough. And that giant lizard must look...
Well, howdy there. Nice to see a fresh face among these dour saps. So it is. So it is. But these things never last forever. Either the death fog will blow over, or the fireworks in Paradise Downs will cool off. You'll see. We'll be right as rain before too long.
God, what I wouldn't give to get a move on.
Right. If any of that death fog gets in your lungs, you're done for.
Hard to believe Lucian used it against all those people.
Bad people. Black ring, don't forget that part.
Elves too.
Yeah, well, desperate times.
Splat. Paddy was pulling a cart. Paddy pulled it real good. Slow, careful, careful, slow. Paddy carried the good stuff on account of Paddy was real good at it. Paddy fell in the ravine. Oh.
name's Paddy. I'd ask yours, but it don't matter anyhow. Reckon I spooked. Big old nasty beast popped out of thin air. So I ran. And then... suddenly, ravine.
Before you lies a primitive altar to the Seven, apparently constructed during a bygone era. Something about it appeals to you, a faint heat emanating from the stones, perhaps. The air stirs, as though someone had appeared and taken a seat upon the altar. A voice rises around you, its source unclear. Fractured whispers surround you. Hurry.
mating legs. It's mating season. I've got places to be. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
A lake of death fog, and the bridge appears to be down.
Don't be casting your long shadows around here, missus. This here land's not for your kind. Thousand names, all true and cruel.
10,000 masks of cowardice, each and every one of them.
He'll
I
come.
see a cage, and there's something in it.
Slowly one into your quivering flesh.
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all-too unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly at ease.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods. Oh, they're meek as lambs, really. If you've the wits to outsmart them.
He eyes you with a sudden intensity, makes you feel like a weight upon a scale, balanced against an unknown measure.
But you're not, are you? You're not a meek little lamb at all.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the demons, then back to you.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they, Godwoken? May I offer you anything to drink?
He pours 2 glasses of wine, hands you one with a polite nod of the head.
Cheers.
The echo of your glasses clinking billows through the forest. Disarmed
to your very good health, I'm sure. Now then, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jehan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call a master of the source. Of course you are. That is what Godwoken do. The answer to your next question, by the by, is yes. I will teach you if you do something for me first. Quid pro quo, I'm afraid. A tad vulgar of me, that much I admit. But needs must when the demon drives. It will come as no surprise, I suppose, that it is a demon that drives me to seek your benevolence. I've been hunting him for a long time, and now I've managed to track him down to the island over yonder.
He points towards the northeast. You see nothing in that direction but grey water and a thick mist in which ghoulish shapes seem to form and fade.
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed as much. But to my great frustration, I cannot reach my goal. Death fog surrounds the island, and through death fog even I cannot pass. That is where you come in. Of course, you are but a mortal, for now. But you are God-woken as well. Surely you have a few tricks up your sleeve. Consider it a test. Kill the demon, and I will be your teacher. Then let me shake your hand and describe your target. The demon's guise, or vessel, one can't be quite certain, is that of a lizard known only as the Advocate. Like all of his ilk, he is kind, he is charming. He will offer you what you desire most at seemingly no cost at all. There is no such thing as no cost at all. My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. But should you choose to disregard me, should you allow him to parley, all you have to do is say no. Above all else, remember that. Death fog obscures any approach and hangs thick over the collapsed bridge that led to the isle from the Driftwood Road. There is more than the mist alone there, though. Magic that evades my eyes. I also spotted a sloop further down the shoreline. But of course, a quiet afternoon's boating trip will be quite ruined once one hits death fog-shrouded waters. It is a place of irony, if you will. Once the site of an academy dedicated to the art of demon hunting, now the remnant of a dream sliced open into nightmare. Rumor has it an exorcism went wrong there long ago, and for a short time a great demon stood unopposed. Had it not been for Dr. Deva, the entirety of Reaper's Coast could have looked like Blood Moon Island looks today. He contained the demon and its blood spawn to the doomed shores of the isle, surrounded it with death fog, and never looked back. I met him once, during a soiree in Arx. Quite the eccentric is Dr. Deva. But then again...
He looks you up and down.
Aren't we all?
He smiles, like one would at a child, asking about the birds and the bees.
I know, because I've known others like you. Those whose fates are chained, for better or for worse, to that of the gods themselves. I have battled the foe of foes, and conquered it. For a while. I have sat in perfumed gardens with the source herself, drank life from her very lips. I have seen well over 2,000 springs, and will continue to do so until time itself closes its weary eyes. Trust me, I know what you are, and what you can be. May you wander in wisdom. Nothing good will come of speaking with them. They may sound merely mad, but they're infinitely more clever than you imagine. They move between moods like wind through trees, only to settle upon the one that may just sway you. They'll talk themselves out of that cage if you let them. You'll be their key before you know it. You're playing with fire, Godwoken. But far be it from me to come between you and what you consider entertainment.
The creature turns to you. It's so hideously ugly, it's almost beautiful. You feel like it's trying to grin, but it looks more like a snarl. It looks towards its jailer, then back to you.
Hey, want some gold? Set us free. I'll give you what you want after you set us free. No! Set us free!
Careful now. It lies.
It does not respond to my touch. There must be a way to activate it. Magisters!
Your powers of observation astonish me.
Best you leave the building, stranger. We have sorcerer trouble. We're trying to talk her down without a fight. It's not going well. God's damn sorcerers. A sorceress, as it happens. A master of portals. And a lizard, too. And there's naught wrong with that. Our snake-scaled sorcerer seems unable to escape. But we can't get close enough to bring her down. We chased her clear across the country, and she's left devastation in her wake. We expect a Voidwoken attack here too, at any moment. That, or worse. We have no time for this. You'll die first.
It's your maker!
The best Magister is a dead Magister. You have my thanks, whoever you are.
She offers you a grateful smile. She gives you a long look, considering the request.
You have proven yourself a friend at least, but you must prove your heart. I'll ask one more thing of you. I left my apprentice, Gwydion Rince, at the Black Pits. He is with his family. They are in danger. Help them, and I will help you. I am relieved to hear it. You have my thanks. Little good. I went to Paradise Downs to teach a young sorcerer, Gwydion, but the Magisters came for us. We fought them off, and our source drew Voidwoken. You may blame the Magisters for the horror. Responsible? No. I have regrets. If the Magisters had not come, it would have not happened. It is not our fault that our talents draw the void. We are not the problem. We are the hope. I was on my way to where I thought that I might find a friend, of whom I'll say no more. The Magisters trapped me, and it appears I did find a friend. Just not the one I'd expected. I shall return home to the Empire when the Magisters have cooled their ardor. For now, I'll hide out here. It should be safe enough.
She gives you a shy smile. It's charming, and it may be her tell. She may well be lying.
I owe you a debt. It must be repaid.
She opens her hands, and between them opens a tiny portal. A book drops from it. She catches it and hands it to you.
I bid you farewell.
Shining lights! I'll kill your shining lights! Another world, another life. Thieves and liars. I'd eat their tongues. I'd eat their lives. I'll eat your shining lights. Venomous toad. I'd lick his back and say goodnight. I'd skin him all alive. I'll eat your shining lights. Trouble? Trouble? Bubbling skin and burning knuckle. I'll kill your shining lights. Oh, baby. Oh, darling. I'm so sorry. You feel it too. You feel it. Come to me. Come and let us kill our shining lights. Bubbling skin and burning knuckle. I'll kill your shining lights.
Healing!
A haze of flame and confusion envelops you as the Magister's memories hit. You come for Alice Elysium, the witch, and she flees her home. You capture and crucify her, but she returns to life and burns you all.
I'm a rabbit. Nothing much. Gambling, munching. Generally been a rabbit.
There's a boat at the dock. Perhaps it may take us to the island.
Shall I take you to the island? I shall. Step this way. All aboard. It is. But I know what I'm doing. I've been working this crossing my whole death. Trust me. Shall I take you to the island? A trifling amount, I'm sure you'll agree. Payable in advance, of course. But that makes no sense. Think about it. You don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side, out of fear that he'll murder you midstream, rob your corpse, and dump you in the water, my friend. If murder was on my mind, I could do the job right here. Payment in advance. All aboard. The bell is... Well done. You made it through. Well, some of you. In the interest of efficiency and to ensure my quick return to the mainland, please empty your pockets in advance. Thank you. Please, come again. I didn't lie. I just asked you to trust me. The mistake is yours. I could have spent a little less time circling around in the mist, but I like to offer value for money.
Read it.
What lies ahead looks even less welcome.